Hey, this is MJ, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to crochet our easiest dishcloth. You'll love how easy this pattern is. We're only using single and double crochet to create this beautiful textured pattern, and we're going to finish it off with a simple picot edge. Your PDF pattern will also include the tags that you can package in several different ways. You can easily package up several dishcloths together. You can do them individually as well, or package two. So really whatever your preference is if you're selling at markets or gifting. The yarn that we're using for this pattern is Premier Home Cotton. I've worked with the speckled and the solid colors. You're going to need about 52 grams, so almost a full ball of the speckle, or about 91 yards. And you have more yardage in grams on the solid color, so you'll have more yarn left over when you're working with the solid color balls. So this is 85% recycled cotton and 15% polyester, and it is a worsted weight number 4, so you can sub out this yarn for any of your favorite cotton yarns. I'll be working with 2 hook sizes for the pattern, a 5mm and a 4mm. So I will use the 5 for the body of the dishcloth, and then the border will be done with the smaller hook. And these are metal streamline hooks from Furls Crochet, and I will link the yarn as well as the hooks in the description box below the video. So now I'm going to work through a swatch with you. We're not going to make an entire dishcloth. I'm just going to make a miniature version, but I will give you the instructions for making the dishcloth as well. So for the dishcloth, you will be starting with a chain of 30. But for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and do 10, and that's just going to make it go a little bit quicker. So put a slip knot on your 5mm crochet hook and chain out a total of 30. So once you have your 30 chains, we're going to work across our chain now in single crochet stitches. So I like to turn and work into the back bumps. It's not necessary to do that. So whichever way you find easier, I'll just go into the back loop for this tutorial, but you can go into that little back bump if you want a cleaner edge to work into. So we're going to go across in single crochet. So 1, so when making your dishcloth, you're going to have a total of 29 stitches. Just for my small swatch here, I'm going to have 9. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and turn, and our chain 1 is not included as a stitch. We're going to single crochet in the first stitch. We're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet, and then a double crochet. So we're yarning over, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we'll be ending with a single crochet because we are working across an odd number of stitches. So we start with a single and then we end with a single crochet. Now for the dishcloth, you will have 29. We'll chain 1 and turn. Okay, and for row 3, it's going to be worked the exact same way. 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, single, double, single, double, single, double, and single. Chain one and turn. So you can see we're just getting a nice little textured stitch, and we're just repeating this row. So you can see it's an easy repeat, it's easy stitches, and we're working on making a square. Okay, so for the dishcloth, you're now just going to continue working in rows. So it's going to be about 25 rows. Now I want you to measure your cloth, because if your gauge is a little bit off, that's okay, just make a square. So I have 14 stitches and 12 rows equal to 4 inches in my pattern. So I'm going to work a total of 25 rows for the dishcloth, and that's going to give me approximately 8.25 inches. So it's about 8.25 inches wide, about 8.25 inches tall. So that gives us a nice square. You can always alter that. Just measure out your dishcloth so you're getting a nice square. If you don't care if it's completely square, that's fine too. Okay, so once you have your square, your 25 rows worked, we're going to change over to the smaller hook. I'm going to chain one and turn to crochet down the side. So what we're going to do is, if you have 25 rows, you're going to be single crocheting 25 down the side of your work. So one single crochet per row. And then in the corner, we're going to do 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now I do like to use stitch markers to mark my corner. It just makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to grab stitch markers here for my corners. So in the center of the 3, okay, that will be where the corner will be for the next round. So I've added that in. Now what you'll do is work across the row. So you're going to have 29 stitches. I just have 9 worked across. And then in the corner, we're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add another stitch marker to the center, and then work up the side as well. So again, however many rows you've crocheted, work 1 per row. And then in the corner again, we'll do 3. Mark the center, and then work back across the top. And then in the corner, we're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch in the first single crochet to join. So now for the next round, we're going to do single crochets again. So we're going to go around 1 in every stitch, and then in our marked corners, we'll do 3, and then mark again the center of the corner. So get to the corner and work 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Mark the center and just continue around in that manner. Okay, once you get all the way around, we're going to slip stitch in our first single crochet to join. And now we're going to do the picot edge. So we're going to chain 1, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same stitch. We're then going to skip the next stitch, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next. Skip the next stitch, single, chain 2, single, single, chain 2, single. And I'm not going to worry about my corners. I'm just going to continue in the pattern as normal. Okay, so then once you get all the way around, you're going to slip stitch in that starting single crochet to join. And then you can just fasten off and weave in your tail. So you can see this is just a little small version, would make almost a little cup coaster. But yeah, so this is our little finished piece. And this is how our finished dishcloth looks. You can always give it a steam block if you want for it to be nice and even. And you can package your dishcloths up several ways. You can always fold it like this, putting your label or your tag just around it, or I also like to roll them. So you can roll if you want to gift little sets, or if you're selling at markets, you can just roll them up. Okay, like this, and then put your tag around. So I'm just going to cut. I have these tags here. So this is included with the PDF pattern. And I just have the dotted lines included as well that you can just cut along. Okay, so all you're going to do is just take this and you can just put it around and tape it. And you can always go around 3 if you want. You could do it also just around 1. I like maybe folding it if you're just doing 1, but it's really up to you. And you can just place a little tape just to hold that. That wraps up today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check the description box below for the pattern, the yarn, and the supply links. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.